Hey guys, your favorite two kids people from Spokane, Eric and Norm.
That's right.
Feels like it's been a long time and about 2 inches of Norm's beard since we saw you guys last, but we love you. We're glad to see you. We're glad to record some stuff for you. And whether you're with us online, on YouTube, checking it out that way at home, or maybe after you get done with school, or if you're in person in North Spokane, Cheney, South Hill, we just want to welcome you. We're glad that you're here. And we're starting a new series on blueprints. And Norm, some people may not know what a blueprint is. What is a blueprint?
Yeah, blueprint really is like a plan. It's a map, if you will, of how to usually build something. When big buildings are built, they have to use blueprints. Your house that you're living in or the church that you're in right now, a blueprint was used so that way when you build it, everything matches up and it makes actually something and not just some random nothing. So anyway, it's a plan. It's really what it is.
You don't just grab like a hammer and some wood and hope for the best and maybe the roof will withstand?
I mean, you can, but wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah. So over the next several weeks, we're going to be talking about God's plans, His blueprints for how we're supposed to live and how He wants to accomplish what He wants to accomplish through us. And before we do that,
we're going to worship because that's also part of God's plan. It gets our hearts ready to receive what God has for us. So let's, wherever you're at, stand, get on your feet, wiggle loose a little bit. Let's have some fun. Let's praise our God because He is worthy. Let's worship.
No, I won't be afraid. You are with me. You are right beside me every day. Even when it feels like everything's going wrong, I can look up to you, God, and find my strength. Your love has lifted me above the raging sea, and I just gotta say, your love makes me brave, and I won't be afraid. Your love makes me brave, I can face anything. Your love makes me brave. I was lost and afraid till you found me. You lifted me up and gave me strength. Anywhere that I go, you go with me. Oh, Lord, you give me the courage to live each day. Your
construction, and I learned so many new things. Do you know what these vehicles are called? This one is called a bulldozer. It pushes dirt and rocks around. What about this one? This is a crane. It's really tall, and it helps lift and move things around. Okay, last one. This is called an excavator. Excavators are used for digging. I thought to myself, I really wouldn't mind being a builder, but I love to sing too. So I wouldn't mind being a singer also. They have the coolest jobs. Singers, if you're good, can travel the world singing and tour with famous people. They also get lots of gifts and flowers and fans. Or what about the president? I kind of think I could be a great one. I can make the world a better, more loving place, or I could be the person who decides what the national holidays are. I'd really like to have more days where we celebrate things like donuts and ice cream. There are so many things we can do and become. How about you? What do you want to learn about while you're growing up? Because I really want to learn about a lot of different things. I have an idea. Let me call my buddy Gavin.
Oh, hey, Callie.
Hey, Gavin. What are you up to?
I'm playing video games with my little brother. How about you?
I'm here trying to decide what I want to learn first, to get ready for growing up and stuff.
You do love to act. Maybe you can be an actress.
Maybe. I'm so confused. What do you want to do when you grow up?
I think I want to be an astronaut.
Oh, wow. That's so interesting. Maybe I can learn about space with you. How do you think we need to plan to become astronauts? There must be some steps on the internet somewhere.
Oh, but I'm not sure. I was getting ready to read a Bible story. Maybe it would give us some clues about where to start. My Grammy always told me the Bible has the greatest plans in it.
Sounds good to me. Let's hear it.
It's time for our Bible story. Today we will learn about a festival that the Jewish people held to celebrate the time when they were freed from being held captives as slaves and forced to work for the Egyptians. It's called Passover.
How long were they captive?
It probably lasted for about 400 years. So someone could have lived a whole life and never been free to choose what they would do with their life. Rescue was a big deal to them. They celebrated how God created a plan for their freedom and rescued them from being stuck in Egypt.
So they probably know about following a plan.
They sure do. They didn't always like the plan, and they didn't always follow it either. But when they did, when they trusted God with the plans that promised their freedom, they found a way out.
They probably dance and have lots of fun.
You bet they do. They celebrated then, and they celebrated now. When Jesus was celebrating Passover, Jesus noticed some of the ways that the people had started to ignore God's plan again. Sometimes it upset him to see this happening. During one Passover, Jesus was there and noticed how things in the temple didn't match God's plans.
Oh no! How did they get off track?
There are people in the temple courts selling animals that people could use as offerings. Jesus was so upset because people were being greedy and trying to make money off of people who were coming to the temple to worship.
Yikes, what did Jesus do?
Jesus flipped over the tables in the temple courts and told the people to leave. He even drove the animals away.
Oh wow, Jesus was angry.
The people were wondering what right Jesus had to do this. Jesus showed that he was sent by God by saying that if they destroyed the temple, he would rebuild it in 3 days.
All by himself in 3 days?
Jesus was actually talking about himself and the bigger and better plans God had for them. That one day, Jesus would die and after 3 days come back to life so that God's plans could work for everyone to be reconnected and forgiven.
That sounds like a good plan.
Jesus knew the plan all along, and it was a much better plan than we could have created on our own. Like the blueprints a builder uses to manage the construction of something new, God has plans too.
Wow, Callie, that story was really amazing.
It really was. I learned a lot too.
You tell me what you learned first, and I'll tell you what I learned.
Okay, I learned that maybe I don't need to rush to decide on what I want to do when I'm grown up. Your turn.
I learned that God had a good plan for the people of Israel, and God has a good blueprint for us too. Every day is a new chance to look for clues and discover God's plan.
Wow, Gavin, you are smart and really wise. Talk later?
Sounds great. Bye, Callie.
That was an amazing story, right, friends? I think it's best for me to keep growing, and when the time is right, God will tell me what to do, because God's plans are perfect. And I can always build on what I'm learning. I'll still dream of doing amazing things, like a president or even a lawyer maybe. But hey, I'm still young, and you are too, friends. Catch you next time. Gotta go play with my friends outside. Thanks for watching and growing with me. Peace out.
Hey kids, we're back. Norm and Eric.
Still.
Yeah, still here. Still here. We never go away, really. We're always here.
And
It's
our
kinda
names
scary.
are the same as they were 3 minutes ago.
Always, yep. What an amazing story. God's plans are always perfect. I love that we can trust God. He gives us a perfect blueprint, will never lead us astray, and whatever we do when we follow his instructions will be done right. So I love that. He gives a great blueprint for our lives and for his kingdom. And I think about the story, and Jesus was upset, and he had to chase people out of the temple because they weren't following God's plan. And so obviously that's not our heart. We want to follow God's plan, and I'm thankful that God loves us and gives us instructions so we can do that.
Yeah, following plans sometimes takes a lot of intentionality, doing things on purpose. So we've got a challenge for you guys. We're gonna have you kind of create your own blueprints of like your perfect house when you get older. I want to have a game room. I want to have like a wall of fishing lures and a huge aquarium where I can cast and catch bass during the winter months. And whatever you guys think you're gonna have. And we're actually gonna email the instructions to your parents. So you might wanna check with them and have them check their emails, but we're gonna send them an email that kind of gives more specific instructions. But essentially you're gonna draw a picture of a house with some rooms and kind of make some blueprints of, this is the kind of house that I want, but also this is the kind of person that I think I need to be in order to follow God's plans. I gotta be kind, I gotta be generous and love people and serve people and all those things. And so that's kind of what we're going to challenge you with. Would love for you guys to maybe bring those with you if you go to church in person on the north side or South Hill or Cheney. Bring those to us. We'll give you some Bible bucks. We'll make it rain. So we just love for you guys to take what you're learning here and then walk it out at home and throughout the week.
Love it. Love you guys. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you next week.
Sounds good.